Hello everyone. We are discussing about functions. So today we will discuss the types of functions. What are the different types of functions? Now we know that the functional expression of a function is y is the function of x. Y is the function of x. So y is the dependent variable and x is the independent variable. Sometimes we say x is the influential variable. Or in production economics we say y is a production or productivity per hectare and x is the input. So this is the general expression. If input is 1, then it is simply is a function of x1, but there may be multiple inputs. So in that case, the functional form will be different. So there are different types of functions, and with this functional form, so mapping is possible, as we have discussed earlier. What is the mapping with ordered pairs, with pairs, so it is possible with these functions. So different types of functions have different mappings. Now number one is the constant function. Constant. So it is called constant because it has a single element in a range. That means it has a range of single element. So where y is the function of x is equal to 7 only. 7 only. So the value of y, that means this dependent variable, value of dependent variable will remain same at different values of x, that means independent variable. If x is increasing, then y does not increase. Y will remain at 7. So graphically, it is a horizontal straight line in a coordinate plane. So this is the y value, y axis, x axis. So y is 7. So at different levels of x, different levels of the value of input or the x, so value of y will remain same. So this is the representation. Y is a function of x is equal to 7. So it is a constant function. So number 2 is a polynomial function. So what is polynomial function? So it is expressed as y is the function of x. So if we consider x is a set of different variables, so y is the function of x, it is a0 plus a1 x to the power 1, x to a2 x to the power 2, and so on, an x to the power n. So this is the general form of the polynomial function. Now each term has a coefficient and a power of the variable. So a0, a1 x to the power 1, a2 x to the power. So each term has a coefficient. The coefficient is, say here, a0, a1, a2, so on and to an. These are our coefficients, and it is a power. Each variable has a power. Here power is 1, power is 2, so on, power is n. Now those integers are non-negative. Non-negative is positive values. The first term, why it is a naught? First term is actually a naught x to the power 0. Here x to the power 1, so earlier it should be x to the power 0. So that means a naught into 1. So because anything to the power 0 is 1, so that's why it is a naught. So it is a naught. Actually, it is a naught x to the power 0. But we do not write x to the power 0. Since it is x to the power 0 is 1, so a naught into 1 is equal to a naught. So second term is a1x to the power 1 means a1x, and so on. So the third term will be a2, third term will be a2 x square, fourth term will be x3 x to the power 3, the x cube, and so on. Now, based on the value of n, and this number of variables, now the power, based on the value of power here, power, there will be several subclasses. And power of x is also called the exponent. Power of x is also called exponent, and n is degrees. So x square, x4, so on up to x to the power n. These are known as exponent. That's why sometimes we also call it exponential function. Power function, exponential function. And n is the degree of exponential. Then it is also called exponential function, as I say. So if n is equal to 2, so if n is equal to 2, y is equal to a naught plus a1x, that means x to the power 1 actually, plus a to the power a2 into x to the power 2, that means, so it is a quadratic function. It is called quadratic function. So highest power is 2. Highest power is 2. There are so many examples of quadratic function. We will come later on to the shape of the curves. And when n is equal to 3, y is equal to a naught plus a1x plus a2x square plus a3x cube. So it is a cubic function. It is a cubic function. So in quadratic function generally we have two terms, but in quadratic function or cubic function we have generally three terms. So cubic function is also called third degree polynomial. So different terms in expressions in literature. So the cubic function is also called third degree polynomial, and quadratic function is called second degree polynomial. Second degree polynomial, third degree polynomial. So this is the constant function and polynomial functions. They will come later on.